Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my shotgun shack in the Texas Outback. So, is it Sage, or am I a deep fake? Am I a deep fake, or is this Sage? That is the question, right? So, what is a deep fake? I've talked about this a bit in past videos. A deep fake is kind of slang for this technology of taking an existing video, like this one, and putting it through a process where you can put someone else's face on my body, or you can take my face and put it on someone else's video, right? You could make Sage be singing "The Sound of Music," you know, in the old film. You could make me be the guy that says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a," you know, whatever, in Gone with the Wind. So you can basically edit video now and make it appear any way you want. You can combine tube videos. You can take my face and say the face of, oh gosh, I don't know, Tim Pool, and put them together, and then you get a super YouTube villain, I guess, when you do. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of talk right now, and a ton of videos floating around of these deep fake videos, like Bill Hader transforming into Schwarzenegger, and then into Al Pacino as he does his impersonations of them. Also, it's not Kristen Wiig, is it? No, it's one of the ladies on Saturday Night Live that does Hillary Clinton impersonations. They got her one of her bits, and they put Hillary's face on her, and you can't tell the difference. It just looks like Hillary Clinton, right? And if you're a fan of this channel, you know that I had a dream over a year ago, almost 2 years now, I think. I had a dream of a 2-minute video, a video that would surface, that both sides would come to blows over, as it were. That one side would say, this is video evidence of everything we've been telling you. This is the truth. This is what's really going on, and you're now seeing it for the very first time. And the other side will say, that's a deep fake video. You made that video up. You know, and both sides will see it as grounds for civil war, and it'll kind of be the trigger that just makes everything blow up. This is a dream that I had. This hasn't happened yet. Don't. So, recently, a lot of these videos have been released, and a bunch of these videos have been produced on the web and being spread around. And with them is a public service announcement kind of information campaign to alert the world to the existence of this technology. And it's the left publications like the New York Times and CNN who are really pushing this information campaign. They want you to know that it's possible to put anyone's face on any other person's body, and that you can't believe what you see anymore. And to quote the New York Times video PSA that's going around about this now on YouTube, the woman in that says, so if you're not absolutely 100% sure that a video is legit, don't share it. Don't share it. You might be spreading fake videos and fake news. I find this concerted effort to expose this technology and to warn us we can't trust what we see, and don't pay attention to videos that might look bad because you know it's probably fake. That this push is very suspect to me. It's suspect to me because of who's pushing it. You know, it's not Fox News. It's not Rush Limbaugh that's going, look out for the fake videos. You know, it's not. It's the left and the Mockingbird media and the anti-Trump establishment coming out of the New York Times and CNN and MSNBC and PBS that are pushing this idea that you better look out because you can't trust what you see. Don't. And then there's Epstein. Epstein recently committed suicide, allegedly committed suicide in prison. he was supposed to have been the guy that was responsible. According to evidence, now this isn't a conspiracy theory here. This is coming from law enforcement and prosecutors, and this information has been released to the public. So we're not talking about a conspiracy theory here, folks. We're just talking about the news. All right, that Epstein was in charge of a rather sizable sex trafficking ring, trafficking in underage young women. There's reason to believe, according to former cabinet member in the United States executive branch, that he was told when he was a prosecutor and he was prosecuting Epstein the first time that he was to go easy on him and give him a slap on the hand and to not push too hard on Epstein because he was a intelligence asset, okay? And that what we believe the situation to be, and I think the facts will hold this up, is that he was trafficking these young girls to rich and famous and powerful people, and he was videotaping their behavior with hidden cameras to use later as blackmail. And so Epstein was Arkancided recently in his cell. Yeah, they're still trying to explain why he had several broken bones in his neck that typically only occur when you get strangled and almost never occur when you self-hang. And the only way to get those kind of broken bones, and even then it's not the same broken bones, it would be different broken bones, is to drop somebody from a rope and snap them from a distance. Old school, right? And that didn't happen and couldn't happen. There wasn't the ability for that to occur in the cell. So, what do you think? I think somebody, okay. But people say Epstein had a dead man switch, information that would be released in case of his death. And that might include a certain 2-minute video. Dun, right? And that the elites have recognized that this information is out there and it's coming apart at the seams, and now Epstein's dead and he may have a dead man switch. And so, you know, they really have been leading up to this moment, and currently now, and probably increasingly in the future, are pushing more and more of this "you can't believe what you see" thing because of deep fake technology, because of this AI technology where they can face swap people. That it just looks like Hillary Clinton doing that. It's somebody else. They're setting her up. It just looks like Barack Obama. It just looks like whoever, right? I won't go down the list. But I think the lady doth protest too much. I think that this push to expose deep fake videos for fear that that you would be lured into believing something that wasn't true is actually a disinformation campaign meant to be the play ahead of the event excuse for when this video evidence from the Epstein Island case, and there's stuff that was found by the New York and the New York Police Department, the NYPD, and the FBI on that island raid out there on Jeffrey Epstein's pedo island. So I believe the evidence is in hand. Also, there's talk about a video that came off of Wiener's laptop, part of his dead man switch. It was marked life insurance, apparently, according to what's been leaked out. So this video evidence is going to surface showing these people and what they've been doing, and they're going to try to convince you that it's a fake, that it's a deep fake video, and that you can't trust your own eyes. And likewise, can we really? I mean, aren't they right? Aren't they right that from now on out you can't really trust what you see with your eyes? It takes me back to the Lee Harvey Oswald famous picture of him holding a rifle in a newspaper, and how I believe to my satisfaction that photograph experts have determined that was a faked photo for public consumption, probably engineered by the CIA clear back then in the 60s. So what kind of intense technology do they have now? Could they turn me into a communist and have me sitting here reading you the Communist Manifesto this morning? I suppose they could. I suppose it's possible. The technology is there, and we really can't trust our own eyes. Does that mean that when we finally get the goods on the bad guys and we finally get a picture of them holding the bag full of money, and or the, you know, we got them caught in the act on surveillance video, that this can't be used as evidence anymore because it might be deep faked? How good is the technology? Can we tell the difference? Now we just have to trust an expert as to what we're seeing. Is it real or not? I mean, it used to be you can believe what you see. Now you can't believe what you see, and you got to trust an expert to tell you whether or not you can believe what you see. I think this push of revealing the technology of deep fake videos and making sure everybody understands this is because they're afraid of the real life video evidence that might surface from the Epstein case. It's unraveling. We're pulling on the string of the sweater, and the whole sweater is coming unraveled. And I think the more we pull on this investigation into Epstein and his associates, and the deeper it gets, you know, we're tying this now to NXIVM, the NXIVM and Epstein's ring, and a lot of this other stuff that you haven't even heard about that's going on. Trump's going after, he's arrested more pedophiles than any president in history. And but they're starting to all see the interwoven tentacles of this cult of pedophilia that is in Hollywood, in the movie business, it's in television, it's in music, it's in big business, it's in Silicon Valley. It's a disease, it's a cult, it's a spirit. And we finally got the hard evidence on them, and now we're not allowed to believe what we see. I guess you have to pray for discernment in this time of confusion. But they're trying to deceive us, and they're trying to set the ground to cover up their behavior and the video evidence of what they've done through the use and release of this fake videos, these deep fake videos. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comments section. We can talk about this more in detail, and keep your eyes peeled. You can only believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, is what they used to say. All right, God save our republic.